request all to settle down, please, as we are just minutes away from starting day 2 of the International GenAI Conclave, Kochi. Ladies and gentlemen, just a minute away from starting day 2 of the conclave, requesting everybody to settle down quick. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, just 30 seconds away from starting day 2. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With this, ladies and gentlemen, welcome you all to day 2 of the International GenAI Conclave, Kochi. They say that technology is at its best when it gets people together. So here we are, Good morning, hello all, and welcome to day 2 of the International GenAI Conclave in the beautiful city of Kochi. Could we have everybody put your hands together for the morning and for all the attendees and stakeholders behind this? Well, we are right here in Kerala witnessing history in the making. Well, it's always been the flag bearer in many incentives, inventives, and many things. Been a flag bearer in literacy rate. Kerala has been the flag bearer when it comes to Ayurveda. It's been the flag bearer when it comes to culture. It's been the flag bearer when it comes to tourism. And with now being India's first ever International Gen AI Conclave happening in Kochi, Kerala, it becomes the flag bearer of Gen AI technology as well. So could we have a huge applause for the government, for the people, for the stakeholders behind this initiative and collaboration. And we take this opportunity to call the men behind the scene. It's an absolute pleasure and privilege this morning to have Shri P. Rajiv, Honorable Minister for Industries, Queer and Law from Government of Kerala, to please join us on stage with a huge round of applause, everybody. Joining on stage, we would like to invite Shri APM Mohammad Hanish, IAS, Principal Secretary, Industries and Commerce, to please join us this morning. And to complete the League of the Extraordinary Gentlemen for the morning address, I would now like to have the presence of Shri Ratan U. Kelkar, IAS, Secretary, Electronics and Information Technology Department, to please join us with a big round of applause. With the three gentlemen set, now I would like to have the pleasure in inviting for the morning address. Could we have Shri P. Rajiv, our Honorable Minister for Industries, Queer and Law, Government of Kerala, to start the gathering with his morning address, please.
Good morning to all. Principal Secretary, Industries, Mr. Mohammad Hanish, Secretary IT, Mr. Ratan, dignitaries, distinguished guests, delegates, and dear friends. The deliberations of the first day of this historical Gen AI Conclave give more enthusiasm to all of us to go forward. Today is a historical day for the state of Kerala. The first deep water transshipment container terminal of the country, Vidinyam, calls it the first mothership, 300-meter long, 2,000 container carrying mothership reached Vidinyam today. Kerala is well known for its model of development, Kerala model of development, that is advancement in social service sector, education and healthcare. We are maintaining the number 1 in sustainable goals for the last 5 years. But there is a presumption Kerala is not good for investment. No, there was a presumption, now it has changed. Kerala is ready to attract investment from all sectors. We have taken several initiatives to transform the state into an investment-friendly state. I would not like to take more time to give the details. Our Principal Secretary and Secretary IT will give the details, what steps we have taken to attract more investment to the state of Kerala. Recently, we have adopted our new industrial policy 2023 by recognizing the advantages of the state of Kerala and limitations of the state. We have certain limitations. That is a reality. The first limitation is the non-availability of land. Land is the major issue because Kerala is a small state, consists of 1.6% of the landscape. Landscape of the country with high population density, and one part of the state belongs to CRS regulation, other part is come into Western Ghat regulation, and in between wetland regulation, and the population and forest area is very high. Now our wild animals demanded more land from Kerala for their activities. These are the issues facing Kerala for industrial development, and the available land is environmentally fragile. But we have certain advantages. That is, connectivity is very good. Today I have mentioned the first ship, mothership calls at Vidinam. Here one transshipment container terminal, Vallarpadam, and major port Kochi, and we have more than 12 small port in the state of Kerala, and also metro service, 4 international airports. We are widening our national highway, and Kerala is the first part in the world which recognizes internet freedom as a basic right for the citizen. These are our advantages, and good quality air compared to other metro cities of the country, and also good water, 44 rivers we have. Then the major advantage is highly skilled human resources. That is our strength. If you start a manufacturing industry in the state of Kerala, then we should depend migrant labor for running that industry. 90-95% of the workforce may be migrant labor. Our people are not ready to work in that type of industries because they are looking for better jobs. Highly skilled labor force is always doing that. They are going to other countries for getting better jobs. How can we control that migration? Only by creating better jobs, that type of jobs in the state of Kerala. Then we have identified 22 priority sectors in our industrial policy. That is AI, machine learning, blockchain technology, and big data analysis, robotics, graphene, tourism, and logistic. 22 priority sectors we have identified in this industrial policy. And we are ready to give certain incentives to this priority sector investment. The second point is, one presumption is getting licenses for running industry in Kerala is very difficult. After assuming the office of this Minister of Industry, we had all stakeholders, meetings with the representatives of CIA, FICCI, Small Scale Industries Association, TRI, and we went to all district headquarters to hear directly from the investors. What can we do to attract more investment, to create more employment opportunities in the state of Kerala? On the basis of that, we have taken several path-breaking steps. The Legislative Assembly passed several new legislation and some amendments to the existing legislations, and amended existing rules and notified new rules, and issued new government orders to streamlining this licensing process and to simplifying the existing procedures for getting licenses and running industries. We have a case shift now. Anybody can start an industry, MSME industry, that is up to the investment 50 crores of rupees without any licenses for 3 years in the state of Kerala. And if the investment is higher than 50 crores, that is non-MSME industry, then we will give the licenses within 7 days after getting the application with all relevant documents. Kerala Legislative Assembly passed a new act in accordance with this. And Kerala Legislative Assembly passed a new act that is to create a statutory grievance address mechanism at district level and state level. If you have any grievances with regard to starting an industry and running an industry, then you can approach this statutory grievance redress mechanism. The composition of this mechanism consists of the representatives of all departments, and they have the powers to take strong action. I'm the Minister for Industries, but I have no power to give any licenses to start an industry in the state of Kerala. That is the reality. Because it's a decentralized governance system we have, and the local self bodies has the right to give the licenses to run an industry in the state of Kerala. It is not come under my jurisdiction. And pollution control board, it is not come under my jurisdiction. It is with another ministry. Mr. Ratan Kelkar is the Secretary of Environmental also. He is handling that pollution control board. Getting power connection, I have no authority to give any power connection to any industry. That is with the electricity minister. Any labor issue, then with another minister. Actually, I am the industrial minister to give answers to the questions raised by all quarters, all parts of the society with regard to running any industry in the state of Kerala. That is my responsibility. Other authority with other ministers. But this statutory grievance redress mechanism has the power to take action, irrespective of whether department it belongs to. It should take a decision within 30 days after getting the grievances, this complaint with regard to the grievance. And that decision should be implemented by the concerned officer within 15 days. There is a clause, if any failure by the part of this officer, then this system has the power to penalize that officer also. Normally, our legislative assembly passing acts and regulations to penalize the general public. This is first time Kerala Assembly passed a regulation to penalize the government officials for their shortcomings. Then we have adopted a private industrial park policy. Normally, the industrial parks are run by government directly and by KSIDC or KINFRA, our Infrastructure Development Authority. This private industrial park policy gave powers to anybody to start a private industrial park if they own the land more than 10 acres of, then we will give a developer permit for that person or that company or that partnership or the trust or cooperative to develop a private industrial park. Within 8 months, we gave 22 developer permit to private industrial park in the state of Kerala, and 5 are yet to be finalized by the state level committee. This is a great achievement. Now we have decided to establish campus industrial park. Why our students are going abroad? Yesterday our assembly, I was here, but the legislative assembly yesterday discussed that also. In our students says, were going to abroad for studies to MIT, to Harvard, to Oxford, or Yale, or Cambridge, so and so. Now, if you are asking to the students, where are you going? To studies. To UK, to Canada, to Australia, which institutes? Most of them are not aware of the credentials of that institute. Whenever the flight lands to the country, whether it is UK or Australia or Canada, the first query with regard to part-time jobs. Not about the syllabi, curricula, or the credentials of the faculty, how many Nobel laureates, no. They are searching for part-time jobs. Some of the colleges are below than our universities and colleges in standards, academic standards also. Then we have decided to constitute campus industrial park. If the colleges, technical or arts and science colleges having more than land, excess land, than to run colleges in accordance with the UGC and ICT provisions, then they can apply for a campus industrial park. The campus industrial park will give the priority for the industrial production of the research output of the students, and also give priority to the projects of the faculty of that higher education institutions, then to alumni, then to all industries. which can run in that area, belongs to the category. The students can work there on hourly wages. They will get remuneration or wages from these companies. If a student is studying IT and working in the IT firm in the campus industrial park, she or he will get some credential or bonus mark or grace mark from the higher education institution itself. This is a novel initiative by the government of Kerala. The next month, we will open the website for receiving the applications. I would not like to take more time. What are the specific features in the industrial policy? Our Principal Secretary will give the details with regard to that. Yesterday I have mentioned, we have taken several initiatives. We are the flag bearer of several new technology. In 1973, Keltron, 1990, Technopark, and now we have initiated graphene ecosystem, first time in the world. One of the Kerala company already produced the graphene related products. Now we are hosting the first International GenAI Conclave of the country. Somebody told me this is not first in the country, first in the world, specifically on GenAI. But our weakness was to keep that momentum, to advance further or to develop further of that initiatives. Now we have equipped with all thriving ecosystem to attract more investment in the state of Kerala. But we are not inviting big manufacturing industries, polluting industries. It is difficult to run in the state of Kerala, and it is not suitable for providing employment to our youth. We are focusing on knowledge-based industries. We are trying to transform the society into a knowledge society, the knowledge-based economy. Knowledge becomes capital. That capital, we have sufficient strength, and this is the right time to transform the Kerala as the destination of ESG investment, environmental social governance investment. We are going to publish a special policy on ESG. We are going to publish some other policy documents with regard to export policy and high-tech manufacturing policy, graphene policy, logistic policy, and annexer to small policies, one on AI and other on GCC, Global Capability Center. That is another avenue for creating more revenue to the state of Kerala, GCC, Global Capability Center. It is moving to India, but this is the right place. Work from home, work near home. It is familiar to all of us. But actually, these two slogans can confine to one. Work from Kerala. Because this is the ideal place. You can work 24 hours, 365 days. In Scandinavian countries, you can work 3-4 months. Other months, you should stay in your own house because of the climate. Some other states, you are not free to move outside. In Kerala, it is a very liberal society. Our social infrastructure is best, one of the best in the country. Then we can transform the society as the destination of the ESG investment. We can transform the society as the destination of high-tech manufacturing industries, particularly knowledge-based industries, and the process of reverse migration is already started. We can attract Malayalis who are working all over the world, like Mr. Dinesh Nirmal. He is the man behind this whole initiative with regard to GenAI. Then they can come back to their own home, and this nostalgic feeling, there is a pressure from their mind, wherever they are working, to come back to their own homeland. This is the right time. We are trying our best. The government is trying our best to attract more investment and create more employment opportunities to our youth. By these words, I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for giving us all those insights and holistic approach into the roadmap. And now we request Shri APM Mohammad Hanish, IAS Principal Secretary, Industries and Commerce, to take over.
Honorable Minister for Industry, Square and Law, Shri P. Rajiv, my dear colleague, Dr. Ratanu Kelka, IAS Secretary, Electronics and Information Technology Department, Government of Kerala, officials, guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of you. Today we are on to the session where we intend to bring to the attention of this absolutely diverse group, diverse audience, about the initiatives that have been taken up by the Government of Kerala for investment promotion with specific focus on AI and allied sectors of growth. Now, in fact, the Honorable Minister had outlined the initiatives that have been taken up by the state in this regard in all these years, the new policies that have been put in place, the new policies like the graphene policy and the logistics policy and quite a few ESG policy that is to come in immediately, and also about the kind of friendly, investor-friendly approach that we have adopted. We have been able to inculcate among the rank and file of the government and the non-governmental sectors in the state for quite some time. Ultimately, change happens slowly but surely. So naturally enough, one needs to unfreeze certain set perceptions and certain set notions about certain places in the world. Things are happening now at a much greater speed than ever before. And that's what we want to highlight over here. I would seek your attention to a small presentation over here, which would take us through a journey about what are the strengths of Kerala, what are the positives, and what are the exciting opportunities that the state has, not just for the national investor, but for the international investors, for MNCs, and also the micro, small, and medium enterprises. First, look at the kind of rankings that Kerala had obtained in all these years in terms of the various, energy efficiency index and export preparedness index and the school education quality index, sustainable development goals, and so on and so forth. Now, these are a measure or a clear indicator of where we stand amongst the Committee of Nations, amongst the Committee of States in the Indian Union. Exceptional literacy, next slide. Exceptional literacy, next one. Exceptional literacy and quality of life. The Kerala's AQI of 26 and the national compares, look at the comparison it has with the national average, and the literacy rate, as is always, 10% literacy when compared to the national average, we certainly come up absolutely in the first place. Integration of the health infrastructure and human development is most important, and we have the health indices before us. Let's note the kind of extraordinary progress we have made in terms of the maternal mortality rate, the life expectancy at birth, total health expenditure per capita in rupees, and so on and so forth. Next slide. Next slide. pallbearer in terms of the Sustainable Development Goals, the leadership in Sustainable Development Goals that has been created as a result of the innovative policies and the community-driven progress measures that have been adopted. For 3 consecutive years, we have been the top performer as far as the SDG India Index is concerned. And in terms of the SDG India Index itself, we are ranked 8th in industries. Next. Vibrant education and skilling. Education ultimately gets the extra touch when a great deal of skilling is introduced. Skilling, the prowess in skilling have been introduced by way of 100 plus contemporary courses across 14 skill sectors, custom-made skill development courses, and collaboration with industry partners. It's for all of us to see. As a result, we have a future-ready, skilled workforce. This is something of a uniqueness in this part of the globe. This is something we want to reinforce time and again. If there is some sector in which Kerala definitely triumphs, not just about the rest of the states, but also in terms of the quality of the HR in this part of the globe, it would be the future-ready skilled force. Skills in healthcare, huge diaspora across the globe in 138 countries, women empowerment, rural-urban continuum, and the industry-academia collaboration. So, as a result, the employment skilling ranking, the IT industry's growth with it being the largest employer of fresh talent nowadays, and 20,000 skilled technicians annually produced from various government and private ITAs across the state. Next one. To give a clear coherence to whatever we had done in the social sector, in tune with that, focused government policies and incentives have been created. 7 focus pillars as far as the industrial policy of 2023 is concerned: entrepreneurship, infrastructure, high-tech transition, skill development, business environment, brand equity, and sectoral industrialization. And as the Honorable Minister remarked, 22 priority sectors that includes aerospace, AI, robotics, biotech, food tech, and several others. Various incentives as well. That's wherein we actually pitch in with the export policy, the logistics pass policy, and the ESG policy, and the composite licensing with industries with investments of above rupees 50 crores can obtain licenses within 7 days. Ease of doing business has been given tremendous attention in these times. Next one. Now we come to infrastructure. Top-class infrastructure and responsible investment agenda is called for. 40 plus industrial parks in which 18 are sector-specific. The Kochi-Bangalore Industrial Corridor is an absolutely futuristic concept with 2 nodes in Palghat and one near to the Kochi International Airport. The private industrial estate scheme has also been introduced. Innovations are promoted and focus is provided on new emerging sectors like AI, design, nanotechnology, graphene, 3D printing, and the strong ecosystem for green infrastructure with hydrogen adoption like Cochin Airport and Anert and green hydrogen valleys being the clear illustrations of whatever we have. Next, innovation and the startups. Starting from the year 2006-2007, we have traversed a long distance. Today we have got 5,278 plus startups, 4 accelerators, 63 incubators. The employment generated is 53,000 plus, and 30 crores is the innovation grant that has been disbursed by the government of Kerala. And the VC and angel funding has attracted 5,500 plus crore rupees. That's something we need to scale up further and further. Next. We clearly focus on the fast progressing IT sector. My colleague, IT Secretary, could also speak much about it. We made internet a basic right, the highest mobile network and optic fiber penetration India's first digital university, the Vice Chancellor is here. Technopark, Infopark, Trivandrum, Infopark Cochin, and Cyberpark Kozhikode being the major hubs. And look at the graph. From 78,000, the number of IT professionals has risen to 250,000 across the state. So, next one. So, we have led the way in digital transformation. It's the first digital state in the country, high-speed rural broadband, illiterate districts, massive e-certificate issuance, optical fiber connectivity, startup-friendly policies, and smart cities and digital literacy programs as well. Next one. In terms of the major elements that influence ecosystems, the Maker Village in Cochin, Technopark in Trivandrum, and Startup Village in Cochin together take care of the space, the ecosystem, the various facilities that are required, and also the focus that's provided. Non-resident Keralites live in something like 182 countries across the globe. It's almost 400 million Keralites living across 4 million Keralites living in 182 countries, and the remittance is also of substantive nature. Coming on to the AI ecosystem in Trivandrum, highly educated and skilled workforce, ecosystem for startups and the TBI facilitating academia industry collaboration, and the Technopark offers the state-of-the-art facilities, plug-and-play facilities, with the Trivandrum Engineering, Science and Technology Research Park also being there. Coming to Cochin, it's a potential GCC hub. The optical submarine cable landing is in Cochin. The IBM's Global Innovation Center is also located here. And International Airport and Seaport, the special economic zones are located. Infopark Cochin and Smart City Cochin being the hubs of activity. Going on to Calicut, Kozhikode, we have the cost advantage. It's a 3-tier city. It's connected to most of the cities in South India. Highly skilled manpower from NIT Calicut, IIM Calicut, and so on and so forth. And the Cyberpark Calicut being the major center of activity. Coming on to the mapping of the stakeholders, with all these innovation enablers, skill development institutions, industry associations, government institutions, industry partners, service providers, VC funds and angel investors, we strive to bring everybody together. Next. Kerala's AI ecosystem, the MSME AI mission, it promotes AI-enabled solutions in key sectors to support the SMEs. Robotics innovation or incubation centers in collaboration with educational institutions. Fund of funds is provided to attract venture capital investments for AI-based startups. Investment promotion and facilitation, encouragement of procurement and installation. Incidentally, just wanted to state that the Kerala State Industrial Development Corporation has put up an investor desk outside, stirred or motivated by whatever goes on inside the hall. If you wish to make a pitch, we have our people waiting outside. And R&D is also taken up in a major way along with skilling and capacity development. The AI ecosystem initiatives and strategies, the importance is very well captured. The online portal, the industry collaboration, ESG and sustainability. Sectors of prominence, which are those sectors in which we could really have a major breakthrough made in the recent future? 3D printing, biotechnology or biomanufacturing, blockchain, next generation computing, advanced analytics, AI, IoT, advanced robotics and cognitive automation, digital design, and so on and so forth. I would close my presentation by putting in a few words. Based on all this, beyond that, it is the willingness and the kind of inclination of a Keralite to go in for responsible investments promotion on a global scale. We are ready to receive you with both our hands. It's for you to come in and see to it that together we would strive to create Kerala one of the best investment destinations in the world, especially focusing on AI. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you, sir, for all those anecdotes and facts shared, re-emphasizing the progression of the state. And now moving forward, we would like to have Shri Ratan U. Kelkar, IAS Secretary, Electronics and Information Technology Department, to take it forward, please.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a good conference yesterday and starting today. I would not be taking more than 10 minutes. So since I have an allotted 15 minutes with me, I thought I'll do a bit of a small exercise before I start my presentation. Is that okay? So I request all of you to just relax, close your eyes, be in a relaxed position, close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out very slowly, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You may now open your eyes. The kind of ambience provided by Hyatt and the kind of hospitality provided by the state of Kerala and IBM in a place like this would definitely, after the first half an hour to 45 minutes, a bit of a lack of attention span. I thought a bit of breathing definitely helps in getting the attention span back. So what I intend to do in the next 10 minutes would be to just give you a glimpse of Kerala IT, what we are doing at this point of time. We have a very promising IT policy in the pipeline, which we'll be implementing in the next 30 to 45 days after the approval of the government. So I thought I'll give you some insights into what the IT policy is all about, with a focus on AI. So Kerala IT is basically, if you look at the kind of work that we do, it can be summarized in 2 slides. We digitize government so that the services of the government are accessed by the people at ease. We create service centers, like Akshaya has been the service center for Kerala, and based on that, Government of India has come out with a model called common service centers so that people can access government services at their doorsteps. Now we have started giving those services at fingertips, completely online. More than 800 services are given to people at their fingertips. We also promote innovation and startups. Of course, it's already been covered by my colleagues, so I will not go into that. We provide infrastructure, both physical and digital. Physical in terms of our IT parks, digital in terms of our connectivity data centers, as well as the kind of activities is happening through Digital University and Science Park. That digital infrastructure is also being provided through the Kerala IT. Another important aspect that we believe in is creating capacity using our organizations like ICT Academy, ICFOS, Digital University, IIITMK. We develop capacity for the people as well as for the government so that we can make the best use of IT for easing our lives. Digital fabrication is another thing which we are doing at Maker Village and a few other labs across the state. Through our organization called CDIT, we invest a lot in digital media and entertainment. We believe in free and open source software as well as our activities. So we involve the community of FOSS, and one of our premier organizations, ICFOS, probably the only free and open source software organization in the Southeast Asia to be functioning. in the name of ICFOS. And recently, the government has started a new project to promote space, aviation, and defense sectors using Kerala Space, which is a $30 million US dollar initiative, which is coming up in Trivandrum. These are the assets which Kerala IT has. Technopark, Infopark, Cyberpark, these are our premier institutions. They also have satellite centers where many companies have set up their shops and they're functioning. Kerala Fiber Optic Network is probably the one of a kind of a network connecting all parts of the state. We have universities, a digital university as well as a digital science park. The digital science park is a park which is coming up in Trivandrum. The Honorable Prime Minister laid the foundation of it last year, which is 150 million US dollars investment coming up where we are promoting the next gen technologies. And of course, the K-Space and Startup Mission, you're already aware of that, so I will not delve into that. So now, this is what we are intending to do in the next 5 years through our IT policy 2024. This policy was drafted in consultation with the industry. We've taken feedback from people, and we are in the final stages of announcing that. So here, the IT policy looks at economic growth, and as pointed out by the Honorable Minister today, also social growth in terms of attaining sustainable development goals using IT. That is what we believe in. And the main theme of this IT policy has been to develop Kerala as a knowledge society. And the digital technology will be just furthering that objective of reaching out to the knowledge society. And in the next 5 years, we believe we can contribute to nearly 10% of the India's IT and electronics industry's growth over the next 5 years. And how do we achieve that? And these are ambitious targets. We have the IT assets that I already spoke about earlier on. So they'll be the enabling factors for this economic growth as well as the social growth. So this, we believe, can be attained through smart government, smart governance, augmenting the existing infrastructure in terms of both physical as well as digital infrastructure. We are looking at innovative models to engage with the people in terms of PPP. That is one such model. The other model we are looking at is through land pooling, through mechanisms wherein the government and the public work out various infrastructure projects, including a private IT park. So these are some of the things which is there in the policy. Development of human resource is one of the most important aspects of the upcoming IT policy. We are looking at promoting innovation, entrepreneurship, and startups big time in this policy, mainly through incentivizing various stakeholders, not only for investment in infrastructure, but also in terms of employment generation. The policy talks about various incentives which are being given for anybody who's willing to walk the path as laid out in the policy. And of course, the next gen technologies, the data management, the data security. So these are all the other important aspects of our IT policy. And now coming to the focus of IT policy as far as this conference is concerned in terms of AI. Now, the USP, the Honorable Minister already informed to us that we have abundant talent which we can utilize, and that is why Kerala is aspiring towards the knowledge economy. And as you all know, Kerala is a urban-rural continuum which is connected through K-phone. So this is probably the right playground where AI can be tested and can also be churned out in many ways than one. So I think this would definitely be a place where a lot of trial and errors can be tried out in AI. So these are some of the interventions which was highlighted by the Honorable Chief Minister as well as Honorable Minister during their talks. So I will not delve into that. These are some of the areas which the IT policy is also touching upon. AI in schools, open data policy. The government of Kerala believes in open data initiative, and we are looking at making available the data of the government in a structured fashion for consumption by the industry. These are some of the other areas which we are looking at focusing on. Healthcare definitely would be one such area. Agriculture, industry, and many such areas would be touched upon in this policy. You might all be aware of the palliative care project of Kerala, which is a very important initiative of the state. So we are looking at using AI here through creating a palliative care grid. And any such kind of initiatives where you feel you can work with the government, please feel free after this meeting, maybe during the break or during lunch. We can always discuss on the kind of collaborations we can have together with all of you. The schools is one such place where teachers and students can all get benefit of AI. Kerala is setting up a huge genome data center in association with the Digital University, and this would be a great advantage for the startups, especially in the bio-IT products. This I've already covered. As part of using AI in government, the government is looking at enabling more services using AI and also having a collaboration with people. So I think that is what we are looking at doing, getting government to be interactive, more proactive in association with the people. I think we can probably have a better governance structure. And one such initiative as part of this is creating a mission under Digital University as part of this IT policy. So the digital transformation mission would be working with all the stakeholder departments and the people to ensure that the benefits of technology reaches the people. During the journey of advancements in technology, there is a possibility of leaving some people behind. So we would like to include all of them in terms of ensuring that there is no divide in accessing technology by the haves and have-nots. And this is one such activity which would be an area of focus in the technology policy. And startups has been a pride of Kerala. We have been number one in terms of public incubator space in the world for the last 3 years. There is an organization called UPI Global who analyzes the startup community across the world, and successfully for the last 3 years, Kerala Startup Mission has been number one in the world in terms of the public incubator space. These are some of the areas which our Honorable CM touched upon yesterday. And this is one such initiative which he mentioned. I think Dinesh also mentioned in his talk. I think we can look at how we can collaborate in ensuring support of AI towards the vernacular support. This is a policy which the state of Kerala has announced a few months back. The AVGC XR, we believe, would be the area where Kerala will grow multiple fold, mainly because of the kind of talent that we have and the kind of organizations who are already working in the state of Kerala. And we would be looking very closely at ensuring we promote this sector in a big way in Kerala. ETH is another important project of Kerala Startup Mission. And these are the 5 areas of focus which would be of the ETH. And this would be another interesting area where we believe we can work with each and every one of you who are attending this conference here today. We would be happy to get feedback on how best we can take forward the initiatives of the IT department. So that is all I had from my end. We'll be more than happy to take questions now or maybe during the break. And I hope that you all had a wonderful yesterday and a very fruitful today. I wish you a very fruitful today as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those insights and for that quick exercise up at the beginning. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are open to questions. If anybody has any questions, please raise your hands up. Our team will reach you with the microphone.
The Honorable Minister, Industries, Law and Choir would like to emphasize again through me that we have put up a well-equipped investment desk over here. So prospective investors, entrepreneurs could get in touch with the officials manning the desk. Over to question and answers.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are open to question and answers. If there are any queries, please put your hands up. Our team will reach you with the microphone.
Sir, here is a question. Sir, I would like to ask on digital inclusion, how we can get rid of ChatGPT haves and ChatGPT have-nots. So there is a chance of a divide there between the generative AI haves and generative AI have-nots. How we can get rid of such a divide? Sir, what are the steps you are going to take regarding digital inclusivity, digital inclusion? That is the question.
I want to add one point, that is the perspective of this government to avoid the debates, digital debates. That is why we have taken a big campaign, digital literacy, first time in the country, in the state of Kerala. Yesterday I have mentioned we are trying to equip the Kerala youth and Kerala people as a whole, how to use these tools, AI tools. Today I have to launch one program that is initiated by a startup, that is GenAI Saksharata. We will take all steps to avoid this digital debate in Kerala society.
Any more questions? All right, we have a lady in red.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm from government sector. So I'm interested and I'm Gen AI enthusiast also. So as per the existing rules, KSR, I couldn't do any business or didn't do anything related to, any activities related to that. So what, is there any policy, can we change any policy or something like that?
So I think we can take a positive feedback from you and explore what can be done in that particular aspect. This is a very unique question coming from you. So I think, yeah, you're right in pointing out that you would want to do some initiative or you want to do some innovative activity on your own, probably as a small business or probably as an entrepreneur or a startup. If the KSR is coming in the way, we'll definitely take it up with the government and see what best can be done to promote such kind of entrepreneurship as well as to promote your skills.
I'm from University of Kerala. The faculties can do research, but I'm from technical wing, so I couldn't do that.
So thank you for that feedback. We'll definitely explore the possibility of changing some aspects of the rules if that is becoming a hindrance for you to move forward.
Thank you, sir.
We're open to last few questions. Any more questions, please raise your hands up or you can stand up.
What I have to mention is the inflexible working hours of the colleges. Because many times seventh semester students and all will come to me and ask, I want internship, but how can you do the internship? Because many times they are in this college from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So they are not in a position to take up extra internships or jobs, unlike in West. So that is one concern I am having about the college education in India and Kerala.
Probably Saji sir can answer that. I think he must be experiencing such kind of queries on and off. Yeah, you'll, okay. So I hope your query will be asked in the next session. Yeah.
Now we have introduced one system that students can do the internship in the institutions, at the same time they can attend the class online. There is a possibility. I think CUSAT has already introduced that facility. Other things in the next session, they will explain the details. All VCs are here. Thank you.
I think if there are no further questions, do we come to the end of the session? Yes, thank you very much, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the three gentlemen for setting the tone for day and the roadmap to move forward. And before I introduce the next session and we segue into that, as the gentleman Shri Ratan Yokelkar sir said, it's a pleasant morning and it actually makes it a little gloomy. We request everybody to clap according to a number that we're going to say. If we say 2,